Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. If you want to get on all the action for Major 4, you can get $50 when you deposit your first $5 pick. Just make sure you use code Breaking Point. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring the show.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Doug Sensenmartin, joined alongside my boy Don, and this is the Doug and Don Show pre-episode for the Paris Major. Don, how are you doing today?
I'm chilling. The boys are going to Paris. I've been vibing at the crib. I was in the pool yesterday. Might hit the pool today. We'll see. But been working out, been eating clean. I finished school. So I'm on summer break and I'm just vibing, man. Just vibing. I feel great. What about you? I know the boys left the mansion.
Well, the boys were here. They spent about a month. Two of them spent about a month. The other two were here for like 2 weeks. So we had the whole team here. They got top six in the elite, and then they went into the cup and they got third. Played your team, Don.
Yep,
Lost, beat you guys, reverse swept you guys, and then you guys
yep.
came back from the losers and ended up doing the whole thing and winning and beating us in a game five. So I thought it was awesome that we're able to exchange some wins and get some confidence going into the tournament. And I know that there's a massive heat wave there too. So we got a lot to talk about in this episode, Don.
Yeah.
I just want to start off with the first topic. It's favorites to win the Paris Open. So I don't know who the favorites are, to be honest. I think thieves are the
You know
favorites,
who they
but
are. No, no,
the
no.
thieves.
We're talking about challengers.
Oh, this is
Challengers
challengers.
topic one. Yeah, challengers. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Keep that in there. Keep that in there.
My head, I just uploaded this crazy, sad, depressing YouTube video. So like bear with
Oh,
me,
you
guys.
good. Oh, you good.
I just like relived some trauma from like 3 years ago. Um Favorites for the Paris Open and challengers. Well, this is where it's a little tough, Don, because we all know who the top dogs are in challengers, Don. All
Yeah,
right.
we know.
It's the Bush, and the
Yeah.
Bush are the favorites to win it, and the Bush are looking really good. However, with that being said, I'm gonna have to disagree with you though, because look, I've been seeing Gwyn, I've been seeing Paul X, I've been seeing Dylan Rex every single day, just trusting the process, getting better. They've hit some adversity. They've had some roadblocks. They've lost some close game fives. They've lost some close 6-5 S&Ds, some close overloads by one. They just keep on getting better. They played you guys, reverse swept you guys, almost did it a second time. I just think that they're building something at the right time, and something good is going to be coming to the boys. So I think it's going to be a really good challenger event because there's a few really good teams in North America, and there's obviously the OMIT EU team over
Yeah.
in EU. So I think that there's a lot of different things that could happen, but if we're being realistic, it's the Bush.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you. From my point of view, obviously, we don't really need to talk too much about the boys. We talked about them a long segment the last show. They're playing great. I have confidence that they'll do their thing. But just another angle is we are going overseas, man. There's jet lag. People are uncomfortable. The OMIT EU team, they've got about an hour-long flight. It's like us going to Dallas or Atlanta or something like that. It's quick little hour flight. Very comfortable. They're not going to be jet lagged. They're basically near their home. So I do think EU flying over to America, it's harder to win, and I do think America flying over to EU it is harder to win. The boys also won't have 20 people gassing them up, getting waters for them at all times, giving power rates to them at all times, keeping them composed. So they're on their own. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. And P7, we played in the grand finals of the cup. I am happy the way we handled them. We handled them, but they were in the finals. So that means, they're probably not going to be the top 16 or top 8 in the elite P7. They're here to play your team. Obviously, you guys got third. Your team has, 4 pro players, 2 real Paul. People say the Bush is OP, 4 pro players. Your team's got 4 as well. All 4 of those guys were all in the league, so they can easily, you know, make reverse sweeps, overcome adversity, and win, and do all type of things. So hey, it's challengers. Anything can happen. It's a grueler. Most of the time we get punched in the mouth at least once. We almost lose a series that we shouldn't have lost, or we do lose a series that we shouldn't have lost. So and that applies to all teams. So I think anything can happen. But yeah, we're the favorites. I think we're the favorites, for the next 3 events, next 2 events. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. But there is competition. There's definitely competition, and I show respect to all those other teams. But yeah. Um, Transitioning to topic two, we're going to the pros. CDL. Who wins major four? Okay, we're gonna start the bracket. It's my one of my third brackets this week. So I am gonna give my thoughts, but I want Doug to really, this is Doug's bracket with my voice in the background. So I want you to really pick who you want, Doug, and I'll give my comments and be like, you know what I'm saying? We'll
So
do
for
it that
winners
way.
round one, we're gonna put the bracket on the screen right here for you guys. We got winners
Yeah.
round one, OpTic Texas versus Boston Breach. I love Boston Breach so much. I just know how rough it's been all year, and it's gonna be a miracle, especially with how OpTic is. I think clearly this is an OpTic
Yeah.
3-0, 3-1.
Yeah.
Win loss. We'll just say win loss. I'm gonna say OpTic's gonna beat Boston. We got
Yep.
Falcons versus G2. This one's really tough. G2 has been pretty good all year. Falcons has been like underperforming at times, doing really well at times, having their sprints. I'm taking G2. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's what
take
I took.
G2.
I took G2 as well. Okay. I
I
fuck
got
with
to
that.
take G2 in this matchup just because I love Kremp. That's my guy. This guy has been grinding, grinding for these.
Yeah.
He loves these moments so much, and I just feel like he has such a great way of being a team player and bringing his team together. And I know he's peaking as a player right now, so that's great for Minnesota. It should be a close game though. We're gonna take Minnesota in that over the Falcons. Then we have a really good matchup. We have a banger matchup here. We got the Paris Gentlemates versus FaZe Vegas. I gotta take Ah! Okay, I'm gonna say something crazy here. I'm taking
Okay.
FaZe Vegas, but I'm gonna explain myself. The reason
Okay.
I'm taking FaZe Vegas, obviously, I think it could go either way. I think
Yep.
Gentlemates can win this match. I don't think we've ever seen a call event with this many fans. So this is my cry for Paris. I hope that Paris could win it, but I think Vegas will. But Paris, if you're listening to this, don't let the crowd distract you. Don't let it motivate you too much. Don't let it short circuit you. Don't get too hyped up because of the amount of fans that are going to be there for the Paris Gentlemates. I feel like it's going to be
Yeah.
very overwhelming for Paris. I think FaZe is not going to have pressure on them. They're going to get booed and they're going to be like kind of enjoying it, I think. That's just my opinion. It could go either way, but I'm going to take FaZe Vegas in this matchup.
What one comment just to add on, I took Genomics in round one, but the way I did my bracket, I had FaZe matching up with Genomics and losers, and I took FaZe. I just think FaZe for this tournament, they're gonna outplace Genomics. I think FaZe have more grit. They have Simp, they have Draza towards the end of the year. They have Twin 04 to MVP. I just feel like FaZe has more grit than Genomics right now. But you can keep going.
Okay. Next, we have Los Angeles Thieves versus Carolina Royal Ravens. I have to take the Thieves. The Thieves look like the best team in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's winners round one. They should be able to win this one with convincing fashion. So we got OpTic Texas, G2 Minnesota, FaZe Vegas, and Los Angeles Thieves. Do you have any
Yep.
problem with these picks, Don?
Nope, I took the exact same. Besides, like I said, I explained, I have FaZe beating Genomics later in the tournament, so
Mhm.
I agree. I agree with everything you said.
Okay, great. So we're gonna move on now to elimination round one. We have Boston Breach versus Vancouver Surge. This is a
What
pick 'em
you
to me.
got, man? This is one of my favorite matches this day because they're both bad teams, but they're bad on the same level. So it's gonna be like college basketball. You turn on a college basketball game, they're all missing shots, but it's fucking lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is that game for me where I'm excited because it's gonna be bad ball, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. What you got,
Don,
Doug?
pick this one for me, please. That my heart's broken. Please, just do it.
I'm gonna
Just don't.
go.
I don't want to do this.
I'm
Please.
gonna go. I'm gonna go Boston Breach. I'm gonna go Boston
Yes.
Breach.
Yes.
They Boston Breach made winners bracket for the first time all year, so that's a slight accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? They've been starting in losers. They've been one and done at every tournament. Maybe even one event they didn't even make the event. I think Major Two maybe put it on the screen. If I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they didn't even make Major Two. It was them in C9 or something.
Both of them
Yeah,
didn't make major two, I
yeah,
believe.
they didn't even make Major Two. So them getting in winners, I mean, they get a little practice game versus who was it? OpTic. They get a rep. They come down to losers. It should be a lot easier playing against, Surge than it is Shotzi and Merc. You know what I'm saying? And Dashy. So I think I'm gonna go with Boston taking this. And Afro's been looking great. We gave a big shout out to Afro last show. Afro's been looking great. So shout out to Afro, really, proving himself. But yeah, I think Boston's the pick here.
All right. Well, next round we have Riyadh Falcons versus Toronto Koi. This is also a really tough match, but I'm gonna want to take Toronto Koi in this just because I feel like they have a better
Really?
system. I think they just have. I don't know because it's tough.
No, I picked Koi. I'm
Their
just surprised
system.
you. Yeah.
It's because okay, the Falcons. I always look at the talent on the team and I look at how they have their spurts where they look good. but they've just been constantly disappointing. And Toronto's been constantly overlooked and always doing pretty well in big moments.
Yeah.
And this is like back against the wall. And I've just seen in back against the wall moments with Toronto this year to have moments where the Falcons back against the wall and land, it's just been very extreme for them. They've had their spurts, but it just hasn't really clicked. So I think we got to take Toronto with this, Don.
Yeah, just to add on to what your like feeling is, I feel like I could probably explain the way you feel is Toronto is the better team play style. Like when we see Toronto, maybe their players aren't as good as, Pred, Kismet, Celium, 3 world champions. Matter of fact, Cell is the EWC MVP. Kismet is a COD champ MVP. You look at the accolades and you're like, damn, the Falcons should be kind of insane. But I just don't like their play style. I think Toronto have a better play style. And as long as someone on Falcons doesn't just take over, just in a mechanic sense, I think Toronto should win. So I think that's a great pick. I picked them as well.
Next round, we have Paris Gentlemates, Cloud9 New York. Not much to say here. I feel Paris
Yeah,
Gentlemates should be able to cruise past this
yeah,
Cloud9 New York roster. This is one of their first events on land. They're playing in Paris against all the fans against them. It's going to be a lot. I think Paris is going to start going on a run, starting with Cloud9. Then the next round, we have Carolina Royal Ravens versus Miami. I want to take Miami in this matchup as well.
same.
Yeah, I just feel like Miami's team just has a little bit more grit, a little bit more togetherness, a little bit more culture, a little bit more time, a little bit more chemistry, a little bit more championship pedigree. Even though they haven't won, they've been getting really close
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They made
compared to
it farther.
Carolina. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just
They
made it
made it farther.
further,
They've made it
and
farther.
it's just proven to me over time their team has had a lot of good moments together.
Yeah.
Elimination round 2, Boston Breach versus Toronto Koi. Don, please, I can't do this one.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
not
I'm
doing
gonna go
anything with
Koi. I'm
Boston.
gonna go. I feel like whoever out of Koi or Falcons win that series and loses round one, I feel like one of them finish top six. It is unfortunate because I don't think Falcons is a top 12 team. I don't think Koi should finish top 12. I feel like both of them should be in the top 8. That's just how the brackets work, and that's how, these online matches play out. So at Boston, you got top 8. You got like $1,500 each. Enjoy it. Go home. You're not gonna be at champs. Start figuring out the EWC roster. That's the move immediately.
Next round, we have Paris Gentlemen versus the Miami Heretics. I'm going to take Paris in this one, but this is
Yeah.
not going to be an easy one, I think. I think this is going to be tough for them, but I think they're going to go beat Miami. I think it might go even game 5. I think
Yeah.
they could get tested here, especially with the roster change. I know Joe's looking insane, but I expect Paris to go on a run, and they're going to have to win matches like this tough one versus Miami, so they should be able to win this one. Winners
Agreed.
round 2. This is where things are going to start getting real. We got OpTic Texas versus G2 Minnesota. I'm taking OpTic in this as
I'm
well.
taking OpTic. Yeah.
Got to take OpTic. I'm curious how the crowd's going to be in this one. I think they'll be very supportive towards OpTic. I think just when they're playing Paris, they're not going to want to support them, but
Yeah.
could be wrong. Maybe they're all just going to be hate watching OpTic because
That would
they're
be
really big
insane.
out there.
That would be insane.
It's a possibility, Don. I
It's a
mean,
possibility. This might be the first time ever, honestly.
it might be one of those moments, but either way, regardless of the community, I take OpTic in this matchup over G2.
Yeah.
FaZe Vegas over Los Angeles Thieves. This one's going to be tough as well.
Who you
I gotta
got?
take Thieves. Thieves,
Yeah.
bro.
Thieves is the answer, man. Thieves. That boy Abeezy,
Yeah.
Scrap, Hydra,
Yeah.
Neum.
hmm
It's too much right now.
Right now, the Thieves are the best team, and I got to take them all the way, at least to the winners finals.
Yeah.
Elimination round 3, G2 Minnesota versus Paris Gentlemen. For this, again, it's not gonna be easy, but I gotta take Paris Gentlemen in
Yep.
this one. All right, we
Yep.
got Dan Ghosty versus Kremp. We got Joe Deceives heating up. I don't know. I just feel like Paris got to go on a run. It's their home crowd. They got to make a run. So we're gonna take Paris Gentlemen. FaZe Vegas versus Toronto Koi. I think this is where Toronto Koi is going to have their exit. FaZe should be moving on
Yeah.
here. They've
Yeah.
proven to be one of the best teams in the game. They should be able to handle Toronto about 3-1. Paris Gentlemen over FaZe Vegas here in round 4 of elimination. This is where it gets tough for me. I know you want to take FaZe. I
Yeah.
really want to take Paris, but I'm down to take FaZe because I
No,
feel
no, no.
like
Take Paris. This take Paris. We take Paris. That's your instinct. Cause this is my third rodeo.
all right,
I
so let's
didn't
just take the home team. I got to see them go
Yeah.
on a run in somehow, some capacity. They're going to have to beat a better team, like one of the top dogs. Paris Gentlemen is trying to get back to being one of the top dogs. They have it in them. They can do it. I think this is the time when they're going to do it. Winners finals: OpTic Texas versus Los Angeles Thieves.
Who you got?
I'm thinking Thieves, bro.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
I
Thieves.
chose these as well.
Yeah, I'm taking Thieves in this one, but this is where it gets a little bit weird because we got OpTic Texas versus Paris Gentlemates in the elimination finals, and I think
And
OpTic.
before you go, OpTic haven't lost a best of 5 on land ever in this whole year.
Mm. Well, I think they're going to rebound versus Paris Gentlemates in the elimination
Okay.
finals. I do think they're not going to lose one and then lose again. I would love to see Paris take the momentum to the finals. I would love to see a Paris Gentlemates Thieves or Paris Gentlemates Optic grand finals. But I think what's going to happen here, I think Paris Gentlemates is going to bow out at third. And I think it's going to be Los Angeles Thieves versus Optic Texas. And I hate saying it, but I think history is going to repeat itself, and the Optic second on land in the grand finals are going to continue to happen. And I think Thieves are going to take this home going into champs. I think it's going to make things very interesting for the world championship. It's going to be really close.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a freebie by any means. I think Optic's a really good team, but I just have this feeling like Thieves, they have their magic right now. They love this meta. It's working for them really well. And I just think that overall, Thieves have been the best team, and they're going to continue to prove it going into Paris, Don. So this is our bracket we have right here, guys. We got Thieves versus Optic in the grand finals. We got Paris Gentlemates getting third. We got FaZe getting fourth. We got Toronto and G2 placing top 6, and then top 8 is Miami and Boston Breach. And then top 12, Falcons, Surge, Carolina Royal Ravens, and Cloud9 New York. Don, what are your thoughts?
Good bracket. I mean, I got thieves. I think the only thing different in my personal bracket is I have OpTic placing third, which will kind of transition us to topic 3. What is more likely, LA Thieves first or OpTic second? I'll start this one off. I got LAT first. Like I said, I'm buzzing about LA Thieves teamwork, man. I just love put the stats on the screen. Um Abeezy has been a minute. Shout out Easy Mac. He was saying that, we'll talk about that topic 5, but if Abeezy keeps on carrying this run that he's been on, he can win MVP. Personally, I have Scrappy winning MVP. If the Thieves win another event, I think Scrappy is, book it. He's an MVP. I think Ernie is the best AR in the world. I think he's better than Merc. I think he is better than Celium. Who else is there? He's the best. If I had a max budget. If I was the Falcon, Dashy, yeah, Dashy's another one. If I had the max budget and I could build a team and I'm the Riyadh Falcons, I'm giving Ernie 800,000. I'm giving Ernie 1 million. I think Ernie is insane. And I feel like people people don't want to overly gas him. Like I know Octane doesn't want to overly gas him, you know, because he's a former ARs on the D. Don't want Ernie talks a lot of shit, but he's insane, man. So I'm gonna go LAT winning this. It's more likely they get first just because the things I'm seeing them do in matches, like you are Doug, I know you see it. Like there's some plays that you just like, wow, like not to say that the play was so next level, like wrap the ball left, wrap the ball left. Like obviously we know in overload you need to wrap the ball certain lanes, but it's about when they say the call, it's no hesitation. The whole team does it, and it's so because it's so fast. It's so fast. So every opening they get, it penalizes the other team because they all know the right decision. They all trust the call, and they do it so fast. And it's not that other teams don't know how to do it. It's just I just don't think people are moving at that pace. People are playing with the level of teamwork and decision making that they are playing with right now. Which, like, I keep comparing it to their last year's team. Their last year's team, I do not like the play style in Call of Duty where you're relying on 1 to 2 superstars to get all the kills, and you're relying on 1 to 2 role players to just do all the objective work. I think the best teams in COD history, Crim6, Formal Scump and Karma. Sure, did Crim and Damon do OBJ? Yes, but that whole team could pop off. That whole team could step up. A lot of championship Sundays, you will see Karma go crazy and win them the tournament. A lot of
Yeah.
championship Sundays, you will see Crim go crazy and win them the tournament. Like you need to play a team game, and LAT to me is the most complete team right now. So I think it's more likely. I also think Optic's been losing some online matches. They've been losing some online matches, which obviously we don't really necessarily value online that much. But they look like, okay, we are sick and tired of getting this second shit. We are sick and tired of what the fuck's been going on. And I got them finishing third. I got them finishing third. I think it's just so unlikely they go second, 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 second. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's insane. But go ahead.
We've seen it in the past happen, and I hate saying it, but I just said it last time too. I think we said it before they got second in the second event. I was like, man, if it happens 3 times in a row, I'm gonna really start thinking something. But
Yeah.
I mean, here we are, right? Like it's just I think that their eyes are focused on their legacy to cement their legacy as a back-to-back-to-back world champion. I think they're still going hard every day. I think that they're very focused. I think that it's just very hard to be consistently at the top and also winning. I think there's a lot of things that are true. I don't think there's much to put weight into this, but I do think it's more likely for LA Thieves to get first simply because of every point you just said about their teamwork, how fast they are, how decisive they are. They clearly are the best team in the NPC meta. And if something's not going to change with the meta, I don't think that Thieves are just going to fall off a cliff. Now, if something was to change going into champs, which who knows, probably not though, we'll talk about it. But for now, Thieves are definitely more likely
Yeah.
to get first than OpTic is to get second.
I agree.
1 second, my dog just yelled at me. Hold on.
Go
For topic number 4, how much pressure are the Gentlemates under? Don, I think they're really under a lot of pressure for a lot of reasons. They made a roster change. They brought in Joe Deceives. They brought in Estriel. They don't have Envoy. They don't have Neptune. You know, it's obviously been very beneficial for them since Joe Deceives. I'm looking at his stats right now. He has a 1.19. He's positive 253 overall, which is by far number one overall in the entire league. I mean, his stats are just insane. Everything about Joe. He's the highest Slayer rating in the league, 101.9. This guy is just the best player in this meta, and his team is definitely enabling him really well, and he's playing really well. His whole team's playing really well. But with that being said, we've never seen an event with this many fans. We've never seen this event with this many just people that are going to make it hype. We haven't had an event to this magnitude before. And they haven't won since the first event. So their fans are expecting them to be a championship team since they've already won this year.
Yep.
And anything under being number one is going to be a bust. And
Yep.
that's unfortunately the pressure that they're under right now. So I think if I could rate it 1 through 10, I think it's a 9,000.
Damn.
That's how high I think the pressure is for them, Don. What do you think?
Damn. Um, so I agree with you that they are under pressure, and obviously from the organization, they spent so much money on Joe, and they like basically they went all in for just this one tournament. I just feel like for me, obviously, I'm not the one who cut the check. None of I'm not paying Joe to see salary. I didn't pay a buyout. I didn't do anything. I just feel like, bro, they're still a new team. Like,
Yes.
like I feel like it's unrealistic for you guys to just mind you, Estriel just joined the team. Like Estriel is such a new player on the team. This is his first time playing with big dogs. Like, respectfully, like he was playing on teams where he never had a chance to win. So we haven't even seen Estriel, play with that sort of pressure. So you know what I'm trying to say? I just feel like it's unfair, like on the players in a way, because they should have time. Like realistically, they should be very, very, very happy with a top 3. With a top 4, they should be still satisfied, but with a top 3, winning a game on Sunday and then bowing out, I feel like that's great for this team. They're a brand new team. Their S&D was awful. They're starting to win some searches. I just don't think, they have enough time to beat LAT on Sunday, OpTic on Sunday, FaZe on Sunday. If they pull that off and they beat one of those top 3 teams on a Sunday, to me, that's a great accomplishment for a new team. Then you carry that momentum, you go home, you practice, and you make a run at champs. So that's my point of view. I agree with you. They are under pressure. I would say, especially because the context clues is at least I would give it an 8. I'll give it an 8, slightly less than you, just because I feel like it's unfair on a brand new team. They got their whole SMG core is gone. They had Neptune and Envoy. Now they have Joe and Estriel, and now they have to win the first event they ever play at. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
how I feel.
I just feel
But
it's gonna get so amplified, Don, because of how well Joe's played. There's
yeah,
some history
yeah,
with
yeah,
Ghosty. The team won an event this year. They don't care. They want to see a win. I just think there's gonna be a lot of just unnecessary amplified pressure, but maybe I'm
yeah. They probably
wrong.
will. They probably will. So going into topic 5, MVP prediction post major. Okay, so we got to take for this topic though. We got to keep in mind who we think is gonna win. We both think Thieves is gonna win. But we'll also play out scenarios where OpTic win. Let's play out a scenario where Fate. Let's play out a scenario quickly where or all the top four, win. It goes their way. I feel like if OpTic win, maybe, maybe shot. I feel like Merc kind of fell out the race. Everyone's on Merc's head. I had Merc in my top three all year. I'm not sure. Like maybe Shotzi, but like I feel like if LAT win, shout out Easy Mac. He said a BZ may have an outside shot. I think
Mhm,
Ernie. I think Ernie right now, if there was like a website to bet at, he would be the highest. He would be the favorite.
mhm.
Um, who else? Simp. If FaZe win, Simp. If FaZe win, it's Simp. If LAT win, to me, it's Ernie, it's Scrappy. And then if Genomates win, maybe Joe can steal it. Maybe Joe can steal it. I feel like those are to me the candidates. What do you think? And then
I
we'll
don't know
like
if
try to choose who because I feel like let's just because normally it was like a 5-man race. I'm pretty sure MW19 they did like 5 candidates. So I would say Scrap, Simp, Joe, Abizi, and maybe an optic player. Shotzi or Merc, maybe.
very fair. If we're taking the top 4, if we're taking these teams that could win, I think with the Thieves, it could really be anyone on the team. I know Abizi sounds like a great call at NPC meta. Both the subs are playing really well. My personal opinion with the Thieves, I think it would be Hydra, personally, because I just feel like
Okay.
Abizi would be a little more selfless than Hydra naturally, and it's just the way I feel the kills in the map is going to play out. So anyone on the team could really win it, though, even Neum. It would be unlikely for Neum just because of the players he has around him, but definitely is possible for anyone on the team. I'm going to take Hydra from the Thieves. From
Okay.
FaZe, I'm taking Simp. That's just my GOAT. I think he's the best COD player of all time. I'm taking Simp. Just out of the POV, what he does, etc. He's just always like the guy, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then if we're going to go Optic, I don't know. I kind of want to go Dashy. I feel like
Okay.
Dashy's been extremely clutch throughout the years, and he's always been great under pressure. And I feel like he's kind of just due to have one of those takeover times. So I'm gonna say Dashy for Optic, and then I don't know, because for Gentlemates, I feel like Joe's like the obvious one to say, but
I mean, you gotta. This is for the whole season. So like, if
oh, I thought we're
Astrio
doing the
went,
event.
no, no,
Yeah,
no. It's
so
it's the whole season. It's the whole season.
it could really go any way. So yeah. Scrappy from Thieves, if they win and he gets the MVP, is going to be a high
Yeah.
candidate. He might jump all the way to the top. If Simp wins, though, it's curtains. I mean, it's going to be
Those
Simp.
are
I
the
feel like,
top two. Those are the top two. Honestly, I just don't think FaZe is gonna win this event. If
mm.
we thought FaZe was gonna win the event, then Simp would be first place.
And
And Simp's also been getting shit on for like a few weeks.
if Optic was to win an event too, and let's just say, like for
Yeah,
example, for
yeah.
argument's sake, Shotzi won the
That's what I
MVP,
was
then he
saying.
might be
Yeah,
the league MVP.
yeah.
And
Exactly,
he just like
exactly.
kind of sneak. He always seems to do that. He kind of backdoors his way into being the best in the game. Like,
Yeah,
and when you reflect back on it, and this is the
yeah.
perfect time for that too. So I think, I think if we're just gonna do the season, I'm gonna take Shotzi from Optic. I'm gonna take Sim from FaZe, Scrappy
But
from
choose one.
Thieves,
Choose one. Then I'm gonna choose my one. We gave credit to everybody. Just choose one, and I'm gonna choose my one.
Scrap.
Okay. All right. I'm going scrap. I'm going scrap. He go back to back. That might be the first back to back MVP. Not too sure. Maybe put it on the screen. He won last year. I think he's a favorite to win this year. I think he is deserving. I think he is insane. So yeah, yeah. First ever back to back MVP. I think he'll pull it off. And I know he said last year he didn't give a fuck about it. You should care. It's a great accomplishment. I know you need to get a ring. I know you need to get a ring. I know he's saying that because he wants the ring, but back to back MVP is pretty fucking. That's pretty fucking typical. That's pretty fucking typical. So yeah, that's hey,
I
that's
mean,
a
hey
W
man,
episode, man. That's a W
absolutely.
episode. We went through that. I don't know how long that was, but I feel like we went through that pretty efficiently. Um, Obviously more episodes on the way. Give us any ideas. Oh yeah, we should do the Q&A one of these maybe after the event. Answer some questions from the fans in the comments. But yeah, W show, man. Go ahead and close it out, Doug.
Well, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day. It's been your boy Doug Sensor Martin and Don, and we're out. Peace.
Later.